So we're on a URANTIA book for change, and we are on a paper 19.2.1, the Perfectors of Wisdom. And Alison is very keen to start.
Perfectors of Wisdom.
How is everyone today? Is everyone happy?
Yep.
Yeah, good, thank you. You?
Good. Yeah,
That,
very,
that's
very, and even happier to be here, guys, because I love this. Even if it's hard sometimes, even if it doesn't sink in and it doesn't go, wow, it's still so incredible. So, yeah, happy to be
Sec
here.
Section 2, the Perfectors of Wisdom. The Perfectors of Wisdom are a specialized creation of the Paradise Trinity, designed to personify the wisdom of divinity in the super universes. There are exactly 7 billion of these beings in existence, and 1 billion are assigned to each of the 7 super universes. In common with their coordinates, the divine counselors and the universal senses,
Mm.
the perfecters of wisdom passed through the wisdom of paradise of Havona, and except for divinington of the father's paradise spheres.
Mm.
After these experiences, the perfecters of wisdom were permanently assigned to the service of the Ancients of Days. They serve neither on paradise nor on the worlds of the Paradise Havona circuits. They are wholly occupied with the administration of the super-universe governments. Wherever and whenever a perfecter of wisdom functions, there and then divine wisdom functions. There is actually of presence and perfection of manifestation. Sorry,
Actuality.
there is actuality of presence.
I nearly managed to correct you. My goodness.
There is actuality of presence and perfection of manifestation in the knowledge and wisdom represented in the doings of these mighty and majestic personalities. You did well, Cole. I'm delighted. They do not reflect the wisdom of the Paradise Trinity. They are that wisdom.
Beautiful.
Same spot.
Yeah.
They are the sources of wisdom for all teachers in the application of universe knowledge.
Did you get dropped in just then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so did I. I just went, world went quiet, bang.
It's something about that word reflect as well. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyway, we'll carry on. They are the sources of wisdom for all teachers in the application of universe knowledge. They are the fountains of discretion
Wow.
and the well springs of discrimination to the institutions of learning and discernment in all universes. Wisdom is twofold in origin, being derived from the perfection of divine insight inherent in perfect beings, and from the personal experience acquired by evolutionary creatures. The perfectors of wisdom are the divine wisdom of the paradise perfection of deity insight. Their administrative associates on Uversa, the mighty messengers, those without name and number, and those high in authority, when acting together, are the universe wisdom of experience. A divine being can have perfection of divine knowledge. An evolutionary mortal can sometimes attain perfection of ascendant knowledge, but neither of these beings alone exhausts the potentials of all possible wisdom.
Wow.
Accordingly, whenever in the conduct of the superuniverse it is desired to achieve the maximum of administrative wisdom, these perfecters of the wisdom of divine insight are always associated with those ascendant personalities who have come up to the high responsibilities of super-universal authority through the experiential tribulations of evolutionary progression.
Wow.
Experiential tribulations, Cole.
I can fully relate to it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because you get so dislodged and then like function in the frequency that you are accustomed to. You know? It's like sometimes you have to go back to, like I had to go back to teaching. It was like, holy moly, I did not know how to relate. I had to virtually, I used to go to school and I would sit in a car for a moment and I would just like decrease my vibration. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I would have to like shrink myself and start tuning into the density of this, you know. Um, yeah. So
Even with the kids, you had to do that?
in some way, yes.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. Because I could be looking inappropriate in a way.
Mm. 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 Yeah. I'll carry on. The perfecters of wisdom will always require this complement of experiential wisdom for the completion of their administrative sagacity.
What's that?
Sagacity.
Do
Come
you
from
know
the
the word?
does that come from the word sage? I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe.
Possibly. I think it's to do with appropriateness or I'm not.
A quality of being, quality of being sagacious. A man of great wisdom, insight, intelligence, understanding, judgment, acuity, astuteness, insight, sense of canniness, sharpness, depth, and profundity.
Oh, is that all?
It's a bit sage.
No, that's not all. That's just part of it.
Right.
Penetration, pe- perception, percipience, Pers, and that one I can't pronounce. Erudition,
Perspicacity?
huh?
Perspicacity?
Yeah, something like that. Yes, yeah, perspicacity,
That means,
discernment.
yeah, perspicacity is, I don't even know how I knew that, but it's when you evident in,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
Pers-
beautiful.
perspicacity.
There you go.
yeah.
Simple as that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
all those
Sagacity.
attributes
Yeah, well,
pretty much switched on, I'd say.
I'll read that sentence again now that we know what
What,
sagacity,
what it means.
what's implied by it. The perfecters of wisdom will always require this complement of experiential wisdom for the completion of their administrative sagacity. But it has been postulated that a high and hitherto unattained level of wisdom may possibly be achieved by the paradise finalities after they are sometime inducted into the seventh stage of spirit existence. Mm. If this inference is correct, then would such perfected beings of evolutionary ascent undoubtedly become the most effective universe administrators ever to be known in all creation. I believe that such is the destiny of finalities.
Wow.
The versatility of the perfecters of wisdom enables them to participate in practically all of the celestial services of the ascendant creatures. Mm. The perfecters of wisdom and my order of personality, the divine counselors, together with the universal senses, constitute the highest order of beings who may and do engage in the work of revealing truth to the individual planets and systems, whether in their earlier epochs or when settled in light and life. From time to time, we all make contact with the service of the ascending mortals. From an initial life planet on up through a local universe and the superuniverse, particularly the latter.
And I've got this question.
Else?
I've got,
What's that?
got this question like, where are all these beings? Like, are they just here, there, like in our world? And how, oh, where are they? I mean, I feel them, but they're just sort of just beyond the veil.
Hmm.
Yes.
And how are they helping? Like, I guess putting thoughts into minds and inspirations and love and
Yeah.
answered my own question.
Because we have this idea of
Yeah,
time
yeah.
and space. We because we have time and space, we have a distance, and then we think, oh, they must be very far away because we can't see them or feel them.
Mm.
But there's somewhere I have a really sweet um, little line here about angels. Angels are so near you. Maybe this will put it into perspective. Angels are so near you and care so feelingly for you that they figuratively weep because of your willful intolerance and stubbornness.
Yep.
They don't.
Sorry, angels.
Yes.
Where is that, Cole?
Yeah.
It's in a paper 113.5.2.
Yeah, I've read that before.
Yeah, they are so near. They are so near you. So where would that be?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
near you and so
In our heart.
care so feelingly for you. Yeah, because we have this establishment of form and size and distance. We think in a proximity. But what if it's all completely different? What it is not like as spacious as we think.
yeah. Well, I had this experience regarding angels.
Tell us.
Um, well, there's in the Bible. There's I think it's probably in one of the Psalms. I'm not sure. It says, he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. And I was sitting in the back of a car, and I had no shoes on, and I was about to get out onto these sharp stones, and I just said that to myself and gave it complete confidence. And I got out, and it was like I was walking on tar seal, or like on a flat surface. Because I was concerned I didn't want to get pain from walking on these sharp stones. I mean, it's it's a little example, but I really felt it. And there are other times when I uh, used that as well, when I walked on areas of really bad prickles and bare feet and didn't get any. Just like to have faith in what we're told.
Hmm.
Just expect it.
Hmm.
And that's a long time ago. And like, yeah,
Yeah, but they are
but
big,
it's a good reminder.
they're big
Good
shift in
reminder.
perception. Those moments, aren't they? They just blow you away.
Yeah,
They stay with you for so.
yeah.
I also like.
It's just like we've been told we're looked after, but because we can't see it, we can't
Yeah,
see with our physical eyes, we
that's
refuse to
it.
believe.
Yes.
Mm.
And even so, we now know that, when we do those little exercises where you're looking at the other person's heart, you usually close your eyes automatically. What does that tell us? Yeah. That's got
Mm,
nothing to do with the reflection we are getting out here of ourselves. And I love this thing that I put on a Facebook the other day. It says it is natural on your world to speak of paradise as upwards, but it would be more correct to refer to divine goal of ascension as inward.
mm,
I love that.
Mm.
That's like a game changer. I go like, hang on a second, because it's so strongly imprinted. You know how many times people go, yes, not me, God. And everyone's pointing up somewhere. Even so, we're twisting all the time. God is always somewhere up there, and yeah, it's all inward. So where are the angels?
mm.
Everywhere within us.
Inward,
You
inward.
guys.
If the whole kingdom of heaven is you, they are so close. Yeah, just like it said in the thing. It's like they are so near you.
Mm.
And I like how the way they put it, and care so feelingly for you. What?
Mm. Feelingly.
Yeah.
Mm, feeling, yeah.
And when we have these moments when we read and then we get like, oh my God, I'm in, what's
Yeah.
that? Where is that? It just we reconnect somewhere more that way, I would even say. Isn't it like that?
Yeah.
You feel it like you're on the lower extremities, or as if that direction, I'm not even talking about, feeling it in the legs or a torso. I'm talking about it's all here. Mm. And we're just getting connected to something within, aren't we? Reading all these texts. I never feel like I'm projecting it out anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I, I know that lately I've heard someone talk about sending love to
Hmm.
those who need it, and I've had a reaction in me because I know that love is not elsewhere. It doesn't, and where it's going is not elsewhere.
Hmm.
It's it's actually an internal, like, when I'm in a moment of true prayer, it's very inward. It's not out there.
Very
It's not
inward.
going outwards at all.
And yet, with this practice of giving it outwards, we are hitting like the more you give it, more you have it.
Yes,
So the more you offer love, like it's just an intent to share love with everything that passes by.
yes,
It hits you the most.
Mm,
And if it really hits you, it hits everyone else because they would feel it in you.
mm,
The minute we put words on it, we are putting it into like a fluff. It's already diminishing.
yeah. I'm
Sometimes you
enjoying
and
doing the miracle principle. I'm enjoying going through the miracle principles. No, only did a
mm,
couple this morning, but man, just
I know.
yeah, no, just the fact that I know I don't have to direct them myself. That's a big one. Yay.
Beautiful.
Well,
beautiful.
thank God for that.
Yeah.
So in other words, I don't need to know about all the stuff that's going on on the other side of the world.
No.
It's all, it's all about where I'm at, where I put my mind at, my heart at.
Yeah. Because how quickly does the world change when you have an experience?
Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly you see everything differently instantly. And so your inner sanctum is being projected outwards and the world changes. That's why I really think the whole idea of the world in A Course in Miracles is just really for that you see what you're putting out.
Today's lesson is love, which created me, is what I am.
That
Mm.
again.
Love, which created me, is what I am. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
just it's
Yes.
nowhere else but here.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that oratio, what is it called? The oratio divina. I think that's such a. I wanted to actually bring that up yesterday. Even this is like, hey guys, just remember the oratio divina. That each of these words just so can in an instant connect us so profoundly, huh?
Yeah.
Mm. I was having a lot of old stuff come up this morning, and I opened A Course in Miracles to, I just opened it randomly to a lesson, and I got a review of Truthful Correct All Errors in My Mind. Man, that was powerful. And the other one is To Give and Receive by One in Truth. And so that was
Just say
just
that.
so powerful because I applied the truthful, correct, all errors in my mind to every single thing that came up, and it's
Say it
just
slowly.
light, just light,
Say it slowly. Truth.
truth, will,
Correct.
correct all errors
All.
in my mind.
Not some.
Yeah, all,
All.
all, but there's a necessity for forgiveness
Mhm.
for that to happen.
Yes.
And so you stop forgiving all these random details and you go into the
Yeah.
mindset of forgiveness?
Well, yesterday Kasha was here, my friend, and we do we we do this breathing because my son likes it. We do this like a Wim Hof breathing. And afterwards we do a lesson, and my son, who's 16, stayed, and we did lesson 46. God is the love in which I forgive. And it was so beautiful because he just came back and he's slightly detached, which is fine. And that lesson was somewhere working him in because he was cracking up as we were reading it. And then towards the evening, he just kept coming for hugs, you know. It's like he was so warm and close. And I thought, God, that lesson really worked us in.
But yeah.
Because we begin to like apologize to each other for the the things we do, you know.
Mm.
You know how they get a bit annoyed because you do things certain way and they obviously know better.
Yeah.
And it was so lovely to just get so close. Even before he went to sleep, say like, "Hey, can we just have a hug?" And we're like, "Yep."
That is so precious, Cole.
I know.
How many people have that relationship with their teenage sons?
Yeah, no, really,
Mm.
really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. And there was one more thing in that in that lesson which was so powerful, and I liked how he got that because that's the thing with forgiveness. You know, the next sentence in that book is God does not forgive because God has never condemned, and you must have condemnation before forgiveness is necessary.
Mm.
So it's not so much like because we're talking about, did we forgive it all? But it's not so much about forgiving eventually, it's more about no longer condemning.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because as you become condemnless, if there is such a word, yeah,
Condemnationless.
Condemnless.
con- condemn,
Condomless. You use them all.
this
Get along.
abbreviated form. I'll
I'm
make a new dictionary.
I'm condomless. I've had the snip.
Oh, condomless. Oh, that's really good. Yes, as we become, yeah, you don't condemn, and then there is nothing to forgive.
Mm.
Yeah.
Must be true. Yeah,
It is really, yeah, it's like a refusal to pick up those little snippets of story that you've had going
yeah,
on. It just don't, that's the action that's required, is just don't do that.
yeah,
Don't, what Teddy used to say, don't pick up. Just don't pick up.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Don't pick up. That's true. Beautiful, huh?
Mhm.
I love that. I love that. I love that sentence. God does not forgive because everyone's like, oh, God will forgive me. God does not forgive because God does not condemn.
It's us that condemn, not God.
Yes.
Nothing to do with Him. Just love.
And so that's the actual, that's how you sustain the forgiven world by not condemning, not picking up. That's a really cool line.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, that came from, because he had his,
Yeah, he had a 12 step. He was a 12 stepper, wasn't
he
he?
was a 12 stepper. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah. So does anyone else want to read?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Number 3, the divine counselors. These Trinity-Origin beings are the counsel of deity to the realms of the seven
Super universes.
super universes. Sorry, they are not reflective of the divine counsel of the Trinity. They are that council. There are 21 billion counselors in service, and 3 billion are assigned to each super universe. The divine counselors are associates and equals of the universal senses and the perfectors of wisdom. From 1 to 7 counselors being associated with each of these latter personalities. All 3 orders participate in the government of the Ancients of Days, including major and minor sectors in the local universes and constellations, and in the councils of the local system sovereigns. We, as individuals, as I do in inditing the statement, but we also function as a trio whenever the occasion requires. When we act in an executive capacity, always there are associated together with a perfecter of wisdom, a universal censor, and from 1 to 7 divine counselors. Oh. 1 perfecter of wisdom, 7 divine counselors, and 1 universal censor constitute a tribunal of Trinity divinity, the highest mobile advisory body in the universes of time and space.
Mobile advisory body.
Mobile advisory.
I just thought mobile, that's a funny, that's just that word sort of stood out to me for some reason.
They drive around a little car. Let's go to Earth.
In the universes of time and space.
Such a group of 9 is known either as a fact-finding or as a truth-revealing tribunal. And when it sits in judgment upon a problem and renders a decision, it is just as if the Ancients of Days had adjudicated the matter.
An ancient of days.
If an ancient, what did I say?
The ancients of days.
Oh, an Ancients of Days, yeah. Had adjudicated the matter, for in all the annals of super universes, such a verdict has never been reversed by the Ancients of Days. When the 3 Ancients of Days function, the Paradise Trinity functions.
Wow.
When the tribunal of 9 arrives at a decision following its united deliberations, to all intents and purposes, the Ancients of Days have spoken. And it is in this manner that the Paradise rulers make personal contact in administrative matters and governmental regulation with the individual worlds, systems, and universes. Divine counselors are the perfection of the divine council of the Paradise Trinity. We represent, in fact, are the council of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
We are, when we are supplemented with by the experiential counsel of our associates, the perfected and Trinity embraced beings of evolutionary ascent. Our combined conclusions are not only complete, but replete. When our united counsel has been associated, adjudicated, confirmed, and promulgated by a universal censor, it is very probable that it approaches the threshold of universe totality. Such verdicts represent the nearest possible approach to the absolute attitude of divinity, of deity within the time-space limits of the situation involved and the problem concerned. See, my mind's going, what problems? What problems? Anyway. 7 divine counselors in liaison with a trinitized evolutionary trio, a mighty messenger, one high in authority, and one without name and number, represent the nearest super-universe approach to the union of the human viewpoint and the divine attitude on near paradisical levels of spiritual meanings, reality values. My mind's going to mush. Oh, we've got only 4 more lines. Such close approximation of the united cosmic attitudes of the creature and the creator is only surpassed in the paradise bestowal sons, who are in every phase of personality experience, God and man.
Oh, good. Just maybe take a pause. I'll let it sink in. There's no need to rush through this at all.
I think I know what it is there about this that I'm not sitting in with very well. Is it seems so complicated. There's so much going on all the time, so busy, so much work. I thought I like the course when it says I need do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's like this is it seems to be complicated for me. It's like it's what's pointless, yeah. Complicated.
Yeah, I have similar thoughts sometimes. But it sort of switched around for me last week when I realized that the way I look at it is I don't need to worry about what comes next because I know it's all taken care of. It's all taken care of. I don't have to make any decisions. I might have to make decisions, but it's all taken care of.
Yes, I mean, you have a Course in Miracles that says, I need do nothing, and that gives you 1,300 pages of not often easy to understand text and material equally as this. And how many times you read the Course and you go like, what the hell, huh? Do you ever have that?
Yeah, sometimes, but I think it's all it's because we can't just do that. Like we just can't tune in or whatever it is that we can't do.
Mm.
It just keeps repeating the same thing in different ways till we get it. This stuff is like, it just seems like a giant public service with no end to it almost.
Yeah, yeah, I understand your viewpoint.
Politics. It's like not politics, but it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that I'm happy that it seems to be in better hands than our governmental bodies here.
It's true.
And well, what do you guys think about like? So we're like the lowest of the low as far as this thing goes.
Yeah.
Do we have to come up through all these levels, or do we just sort of we're on a different pathway to these other ones? Are we involved in this stuff? Like,
I think that it's, well, the way I see it is that it's giving us an idea of this is, I mean, it did talk about ascending beings earlier, didn't it?
Yeah.
Ascendant beings and the steps. And yeah, there are, you go from one place to one place to the next place to the next place to the next place until you've done the lot.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know, Kevin. I
yeah,
have no
and
idea. But
well, I'm not
what I
sure.
do know is that every so often my mind opens up and my heart opens up, and I'm having an experience in a place where I really wasn't expecting one necessarily.
Mm. Exactly. That's exactly right. Like you're reading this text, and next minute you are transported.
Yeah,
And I think,
I don't understand. Yeah, maybe even this sort of what I see sometimes as a mire of information actually helps you switch off and go somewhere else.
yeah.
There's a part of me that feels, well, what if this is not right? I feel like blasphemy saying this, but what if this is all bullshit and it's just made up and there's nothing? Oh, I feel so bad saying that, but
No, good.
what if it's
Yeah, not the first person to have that thought, Anthony.
yeah, what if it's feeling that? It's like
I think is it this book? Well, I'm not certain sure it's this book, or another book. That when you talk about angels, angels aren't even. We're not like angels. Angels are different species altogether.
I think it's your answer.
Yeah. So we're not going to be angels ever.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like
Would
it's
you are you resentful that you're not going to be an angel, Kevin?
not really. No, not really. I'm okay with that. I'm already an angel.
You are.
there you go. See?
wow.
Oh dear. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
It's the
We are
yeah.
definitely more than we can be aware of already. You're as divine as they get, somewhere deep
Yeah.
within.
Mm.
Is you have this thought adjuster, which is a fragment of direct God. So hello. We just so
There
it's
you go. You've
we
got the
just live
thought
so much, we
adjuster.
just so believe in this world that it's very hard to get like in touch, one could say, with this the inner kingdom. I think that's what the whole journey is. And any document just like this one tells you, hey, the ascension is within. You know,
Mm.
you don't read that very often.
I mean, there's things in here which I relate to, like the thought adjuster, and that lesson that I did this morning: truth will correct all errors
All
in my
errors in your
mind.
mind,
That's the truth. That's the thought adjuster.
or
Mm.
Or, I mean,
or
that's an aspect of it,
any
at
principles
very
it says
least.
you will be told all you need to know.
Mm.
No, remember that
And
one?
then some.
And then suddenly the voice speaks within you, and you go, "Whoa, geez."
I do question how literal this is at times, like, but
I
I
think
guess
it
we'll
works a
find
little
out,
bit
hey?
like Course in Miracles, like you're reading these texts, and he says, "Don't interpret it. Seek only an
Yeah.
experience." So you're reading it, and it takes you, just like this Lectio Divina says. Maybe we could read a little bit of this because I found this so useful.
just out of the Urantia book, Cole?
No, it's not in a URANTIA book. It's just I have it here. If you wanted to just read through it, I can put it on a thing, because I think it helps enormously to connect to that divine within. You got to stop. You got to stop this rambling, and even this little questioner that comes out, you're like, what about this and what about this? Nye, 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 right? When we stop, big things begin to happen. That's why they say, you got to find your quiet time. Cosmical lessons teach you all the time. Say, hey, sit down, just go quiet. Begin to repeat the lessons slowly. Why does he say that? Because when you slow down, your whole system goes a little bit down-regulated. You stop spinning in your head and you begin to enter into other parts of you that normally don't have time to connect to, or this whole world is designed not to keep you connected to it. And it tells you to, shall we read it? Would that be good?
If you want to, yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's find this. I think this could be so good. I wanted to do this a few times, so let's do it.
Well, while you're looking for it, even the next sentence here, there are exactly 8 billion universal senses in existence. Jesus.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Well, I sort of question how they come up with the numbers, because the reason we have the number system that we have is because we've got 5 fingers and 5 on each hand. We've got a system. We've got a decimal system because of that. That's the only reason. And so when they say there's exactly X number of billion, I think, well, that's really interesting, isn't it? I don't know how literal to take it. Maybe I just, in my mind, I go, well, obviously there's exactly the right number for what we need.
I just feel like, sorry, I'm just going back to my feelings of, I feel like an unbeliever amongst believers, and I feel like I should be cast out. Like,
this is,
you're talking about this group or just in
belief.
general, Anthony?
No, just this group. I mean, just this in this moment, I just feel like,
Well, I'm on the unbeliever side, so you got company.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's quite an intense feeling.
I'm a believer.
You're a believer. I'm an unbeliever.
Well, but I had the same thing, guys. I went through exactly the same thing. I had, like I said, I used to have this played in a car all the time. And I would just drive, and then I would just realize that I'm always just somehow happy. That was my carrot. That was my thing that kept me going, like, gosh, I don't understand a thing it says. And yet it generates something alive in me that's trying to reach me.
But I do believe it. Like it make like 5 minutes from now I'll be going, wow. 5 minutes before.
I don't know. I never doubt this book. I never doubt this book.
Yeah, well,
there's a section in the Course of Love where Jesus says, belief is not what is being spoken of here. And that's what I think.
What?
This isn't about belief. This is about having an experience, opening ourselves to what is possible.
Mm.
And this is
what is true.
This is very highly sort of in a way of giving if you these opportunities to see other things that are there wherever that is, that are available. And like it says, like we're doing this twice a week, but sometimes that's maybe too much. And for me, I could do it every day.
And as the Course of Miracles triggers emotions, this is triggering emotions in me in this moment.
That's beautiful. And those need to move. Those need to move within you.
And they are.
That movement will free you.
Because
You know,
the other feeling I have is, oh, am I just gullible? It's like, but they're just all protections. Oh,
Yeah.
Anthony, I offer you a little book, a suggestion of a little book to read.
yeah.
It's a book called The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel Ruiz,
Ah,
and he describes in there his experience of separating from what he is from what he is in truth. His experience of growing up and being told this and being told that and believing everything everyone said because of. And I experience from you quite often you have an emotion and then you have guilt, or you have a thought and then you have guilt about having that thought. There's no need to be guilty about it.
I love being guilty.
Anyway,
He
I
loves being
suggest that book.
guilty.
It's a very easy reading book,
Can you write it in
and
the?
there's some really good stuff in there.
Yeah,
I can write it. Yeah, I'll send it in the chat. Um,
in the Urantia chat, not in the. Yeah,
Not here. Oh, okay.
yeah. I don't know how to get it from here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, put that on the chat there.
thank you.
Yeah, he actually describes the tree of the knowledge of good and evil as being the serpent in there was the most beautiful angel who fell and then stayed in the tree of knowledge and told lies, nothing but lies. And I thought, well, that's interesting because that kind of ties in with Lucifer and the Luciferian rebellion and that whole thing.
Mm.
To me, that was it's like, oh yeah, that opened my eyes a little bit. Anyway, like I said, it's very easy reading, and we can move on to this now.
Thank you.
Let's go for it.
Let's
So,
go. Move forward.
Lectio Divina is a traditional Christian practice of meditative reading of scripture rooted in monastic life, but used widely by individuals today seeking a deeper relationship with God through Bible. So in this case, URANTIA book. It is Latin for divine reading and involves 4 key steps through sometimes expansive into 5 or more. So first step is lectio, which is reading. And it says, read a short passage of scripture slowly and attentively. So I think sometimes when we read too fast, we might get into this overwhelm. So that's why that slower reading is always more welcome. The goal is not to analyze, but to absorb. Read it more than once. Yeah, that's what Course in Miracles teaches us in the lessons. He says, read it again, slow down, close your eyes, and repeat that slowly and then even slower. So those are all instructions to this Lectio Divina. Step 2 is meditatio, which is meditation, which truly means just reflect on the text. What word or phrase stands out? What is God saying to you personally?
Mm.
Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Let the text resonate in your heart, not just your head. You want to enter a different universe altogether? It's right there, about half a meter from your mind, even less. Course in Miracles says it's closer than your breath. So that's the meditation time, when we go into the quiet time, drop into the heart, and begin to listen with the eyes of the heart, or ears of the heart. Then comes oratio, which means prayer. Because respond to God, talk to Him about what you have heard. So that's just you guys saying, hey, God, I'm not getting this.
Hey,
Talk to me.
I
Speak,
feel guilty.
speak to me in a way that I can understand. Those are prayers. You don't have to be nice. God does not require, sort of like earthly standards of what's good and what's not. It's like sometimes I spoke, actually, Right Yourself taught me how to speak to God in a rageful way. And I have to say, that's where the most of the movement occurred, because my prayer was so desperate in that place. So, really understood, pray with all you ask, with all your might and your strength and your heart and your will. In my early days, I was listening to Anthony Robbins, right? And he had one good thing that really stayed with me. And it says, ask and you shall receive. It didn't say bitch and you shall receive. And it really stayed with me because, how many times we just bitching and truly asking. So respond to God, talk to Him about what you've heard. Praise, ask questions, express sorrow, like you just do with Anthony. It's like, fuck, I'm feeling like this. Gratitude or desire. Hey, I want to know more. Yeah.
I do.
Ask questions. What do you say? Ask questions. Express how you are really. How am I really? Where does it really deep down hurt? Say, God, I've got this pain here. Look. So that's the oratio, which means a prayer. And then comes contemplation. And then he goes, rest in God's presence. Ta-da! Let go of words and thoughts. Remember, Course in Miracles says in the manual for teacher, it's like, what is the meaning of words in prayer? He goes, not much at all. Yeah, because it's all about the prayer of the heart, and the heart does not use thoughts of the mind. It's a whole different kingdom. Now, rest in God's presence. Let go of words and thoughts. Just sit quietly, enjoying being with God, allowing Him to work within you. How's that so far, guys?
It's amazing.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, it's better than URANTIA.
It's briefer.
Briefer.
Yeah. It helps you with your URANTIA, I reckon. Optional fifth step, sometimes added, is action. Let the encounter with God lead to action. How does this shape how you live today? Beautiful, huh? Then it says, do you guys want, is this enough?
No, keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
How to practice?
Anything to avoid the...
Going back to the text. I love you guys. And it's perfectly okay. I really like this kind of like conflictual moments where we just go like, because at the end, I think this just brings you to your knees. Like the Course in Miracles. If Course in Miracles doesn't bring you to your knees and you are still struggling with it. Course in Miracles brought me down to my knees, and the prayer on the knees is very strong. How to practice this? Choose a quiet place. Select a short scripture or passage. Set aside 15 to 30 minutes or longer if you wish. It can be done daily, weekly, or even as a part of a retreat. Oh, there you go. I actually got that real quickly from ChatGPT. I said like Lectio Divina, question mark, boom.
Oh,
Let me know if you'd like a guided Lectio Divina session. I can walk you through one. Who's speaking there? Is that
AI.
AI?
Yeah, it's
AI.
AI. Yeah.
How would it know anything about walking you through one?
Uh, well, I can.
Because it knows.
Nah,
It knows
nah, I don't
everything.
want to do that.
It picks up all the sort of like all the information that is there on the Lectio Divina. It's not
Mhm.
AI. It's just a selector of. But you know, it's someone else dropped this to us in a course of love maybe a year ago. Your friend actually from New Zealand did it.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
Andy.
yeah, Andy dropped this in, and it's just the same thing. The
Yeah,
Jeep is just a quicker way for me to find it. That's all.
I mean, this is basically, it's just described what I do every morning.
Bingo.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
So
And
anyway,
sometimes are deeper than others, but it helps if you're listening.
it helps if you're listening. Helps when you go quiet. And eventually, what happens, like with my friends, we often fall into this quietness, and we sit there sometimes for hours
Hmm.
when we're in one room together, like actual physically there. Some of my friends
Lucky you.
we just sit and it gets so, you know what else? It gets ignited more. It
Yeah,
gets even more reverberational, like, you know. The minute we start talking, off it goes.
yeah.
Like it does not like words. Remember, the Course says the words were made by the separated minds to keep them in the illusion of separation.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
We've got 2,000 pages of words here.
yeah. Nice, huh?
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, I've found that that's the most effective way for me to actually
Hmm.
hear what's being said
Yeah.
is to actually take a section and contemplate,
mm,
just stop with it. And sometimes one word, even though I've read this section 10
Hmm.
times before, one word will stand out that I just sort of thought of as a filler word and suddenly realize it has quite
So,
a significant place there.
yeah. Yeah. Mm,
mm,
beautiful. Oh, hey, Sam. Soonish. My son is jamming on veranda.
Oh, is this what you do? When you finish here, you go and jam, do you?
Yeah,
Go
we
and play
jam
music
together.
together.
We play some.
That's
At the moment,
lovely.
at the moment he's into like improvising, so we improvise.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Cool.
he was into classical, which I'm really good at. So, but now he's having this.
Classical's a good place to start because you get all the skills.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm good at that. I'm not improvising is not my forte. I can do it, but it's not the thing that I've kind of mastered.
My dad was a superb jazz musician,
No,
so I
it's
was very
a whole
lucky
different
growing up
field.
around that.
Jazz music, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, beautiful. How you doing, Kevin?
All right, look at Anthony. He looks so happy.
Hey, you
That is
look pretty happy too yourself, Kevin, right now.
Oh, I was looking at Anthony. Yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah.
Look at that.
heard my little pass through, just passed through.
Yeah,
The
the family.
Can you hear the family?
Just for a second, we could. Then filters took it away.
Oh wow, they're doing kung fu in the kitchen, I think.
Do you have children, Anthony?
I
Do you have children?
I have a stepson. He's 23, and he's
Oh,
been
okay.
into martial arts. Just started, and it's really good for him.
Oh, so good.
Getting some in him.
Yep.
I'm
Bit
not
of
doing
yang.
martial arts anymore. I'm doing squats though.
Yeah,
Squatting. You
Oh yeah, squatting, huh?
squatting.
still doing that, Cole?
Yeah.
Did you say it improved your energy level?
Say it again. Yeah, it turns
Did
on
you?
something. It turns on a very subtle source of well-being. It
Yeah,
comes
because
from the
I,
sacrum, comes from the sacrum. It wasn't straight away, and then it was really strong, and then it just stopped being so. And I got busy and I kind of put that aside and I'm back into it again.
right.
Yeah. I'm almost want to just I always like doing things in a group. I'm a group oriented person, so I want to like challenge people to do it, so we do it together. It's like, have you done your
Mm,
freaking squats today?
yeah. I didn't do any all day yesterday until the evening, and I was a bit concerned that I might have tightened up or whatever, so I did some stretches and stuff first, but I was fine. Ended up doing 5 minutes before I went to bed,
Beautiful.
all
Excellent.
up. But I don't know if it's just the squats,
Yeah.
but I'm also on a homeopathic remedy at the moment.
Oh,
And
yeah.
since I started taking the remedy and doing the squats, I've had chronic fatigue for years. It's probably mostly to do with my sleep and the
Mm,
stress and everything around my mum. But I did 6 hours of physical work in the garden, and until very recently, I couldn't do more than two.
mhm.
I did six in one day, and yeah, I was tired, but I was able to do it.
We got to look at one thing now as we're getting a little bit older, that it's for us, it's easier, much better to do short practices more often rather than big
Yeah,
workouts. For me, big
yeah,
workouts just ruins my day. But if
yeah.
I do a little bit here, and I also do a hanging, I've got a little thing that I just hang and just
Good
hang.
to extend your spine.
It's really quite something. And I can feel that my grip came back stronger. And they say, hey, as
Mm.
you get older, you got to keep your legs alive. So the squats are good.
See, Anthony?
Oh no, no, I was saying, and your feet and your fingers.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, feet
yeah.
and
And holding, because you need to gonna be able to grip onto something when you
yeah,
lose
actually, I
balance.
have noticed that about my hands losing strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your toes.
But I'm doing tree pruning now as well, so
Oh,
that might help me get it back.
Yeah.
And your toes, Anthony, what about your toes?
toes, because as you get older, elderly, they fall over because they've got no toe strength. So if you can, if you
Wow.
get,
I'll tell you something that I've noticed because I went to get myself a good pair of shoes from, one of the good shops in town. It's going to be $350 or something.
Yes.
Just walking shoes. Every single pair of shoes in that shop lifted the toe. And I thought, well, yeah, it feels really comfortable to put on and walk in, but what happens to your natural balance? If you're spending your day in those shoes, you take them off, and then suddenly your toes aren't
Yeah.
being supported. What's going to happen?
barefoot.
So I didn't. I
Yep.
didn't get them.
Good
I
for
only
you.
get as flat shoes as I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
barefoot's
need to
good.
get dance shoes. I'm really into tango now. I'm like obsessed. So I need to get a dance shoes.
Oh, dance shoes. I thought you said dentures. How did you
That's coming,
change the subject to
next.
that?
That's coming next week.
Dance shoes. Ah.
Yeah, dance shoes.
Arms.
Yeah, the tango is really gripping me. And it's also really lovely because, you don't stress there. You do move, you do your walks but it's not stressful physically. It's just not too demanding, but nice movement.
It's good to keep your body movement, even if it's not stressful. You don't have to be stressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been following this guy who says, when you do exercise, often we go like, oh, it's got to hurt a little bit. He goes, no, no, no. Go do exercises that don't hurt. Like
Yeah,
if you have a pain in a in a knee, you can do also so you can even work with your arms and actually affect it in some ways. Quite interesting what they're coming up with these days.
right.
But this is for us oldies.
There's a guy called, I can't remember what his name is, but I think he called himself a body magician. He's quite interesting.
Body
He's
image.
a, I've followed him on Instagram for a while and then realized I wasn't going to do any of it. But the squatting is simple enough for me to remember.
It's incredible. Like really is
And
incredible.
but I can't actually do the full squat, without falling over unless I do my stretches first.
Yep. Yeah, and it's like you just go where you can go and you hold on to things. Like you don't have
I
to be a
can
hero.
feel my lower back opening out, my hips and pelvis opening.
I
Mm.
know. And then suddenly comes this flow. And then once you actually in it, then it comes to the next level when you start kind of like wiggling from side. You put one of the knee a bit lower, the other one, you put your elbows and stretch the knees apart. Like it begins to get flexible. It actually gets really,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
suddenly all this energy that's been locked. Chair was the worst invention
yeah, yeah,
because it took us away from millions of years of squatting.
yeah.
The sitting position, everyone's suffering now.
It's
I
true.
reckon the recliner chair is the best invention.
That
And
is,
the
it's
beds,
very, it's
beds are the
very good
best one,
for
eh, Kevin? Beds are the
very good
best.
for early death.
Yeah, yeah. May you rest in peace.
Best
Yeah,
invention.
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I don't mean
Long
that.
as I'm comfortable. I don't care.
we're with you, brother. All right, sweetheart, shall we leave it at that?
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. It's
Thank you.
lovely, lovely to
So
see you guys.
we're finished on the universal sensors, right? We just next time we start the universal sensors.
Yeah.
Yes, number 4.
Um,
What was that about angels? It was paper what?
I don't
uh,
know.
101, was it?
no, you
And
go
35.
backwards. 113, 5, paragraph 2, I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, 13.
And then it says, Then it says, seraphim do not shed physical tears. They do not have physical bodies. Neither do they possess wings.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
But they do have spiritual emotions.
What the hell is the spiritual emotions?
Yes.
What is that?
I
It's
guess we'll
those
learn all
things
about that in
that
the
move you
feelings talk.
Godward. Is that when you connect yourself so deeply that you connect to God, and that brings up movement in you, which we judged against, so it became emotion, but it's just like an inner flow of energy that begins, it gives you life, makes you alive, it makes you think differently and act differently. Anyway, dearest ones, it was delighted to see you all.
Yep.
And we shall be seeing
Thank you. Great.
See you soon.
soon. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Kevin. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.